The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Hold on, like 90. Panda. 29's down, 22 Rita.
Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Diamond.
Here's Levis. And that one too wide and incomplete. The Bills at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
20 Rita. 22 Linda. Short.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team. All right, anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We've got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Mayday.
Now Levis.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
To the air, Penix.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Dancing to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
A play fake. Now Penix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. But you look at this Bronco defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
And Levis going to change the play.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Levis to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. In motion, the tight end. Now Penix. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
49's down, 22 Rita.
Levis sets up to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hill going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll throw with Penix. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Here's Penix. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
2nd and 11 now. To throw again is Penix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyreek Hill. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
49, Mike 49. Zero's down, 90 down, 49, Rita.
Levis back to throw.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Diamond. 20 Rita. 22 Linda.
Levis looking to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, Mike 13. Hey, 24 Linda. Select 18.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Bills are back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, mayday. Mo. 40 Rita.
Levis.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 49. Hey, here, I'm back. Here, I'm back. 54 Rita, son. Not on. Hand up.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And taken right on the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll look to throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Now they'll audible to something else.
They'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Hey, let's go. Reload. Reload. Let's go.
Back to throw. It's Levis. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here's Levis.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
22 Linda, 22 Linda.
Now Levis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Short! Like 49! Like 49!
And Levis going back to the air.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up one first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That ball caught. It's Rice.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
A play fake. Now Penix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pass taken in by his big tight end,
the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
I'm back. 54 readers, set. Set.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
Forced out to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He takes it to the 15, a nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Levis, he's going to audible to something else.
22 reader.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Like 54, like 54. Diamond, diamond. 20 reader.
Levis to throw it.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Now they send a running back in motion right.
3rd and goal, here's Levis.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And his kick here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you
looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. In motion goes the tight end.
Penix working out of the gun here. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
And that is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Like 24.
Levis looking to move him around a bit.
Swing. Hey, 24, Linda. Select Green 18, Green. Select.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Like 46. Like 40. 40, Rita. Hey, Mayday. 54, Rita. Select. Out on. Panda. 49's down. 22, Rita. Select.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton.
51 yards.
And the Bills use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered, yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. That one caught by Rice. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Flush to his right. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up fourth down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They are going for it. Penix. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Tracy, son, here we go. Heroes down, 49 Rita. Son.
Levis back to throw. And that is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Levis looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. To the air, Penix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now 2nd and 4. Now Penix. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. Third down now.
He's back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Hey, come on, come on. Here. Army.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Here now, second and goal.
49, Mike 40.
They'll try to run this one in. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
For the lead, here's third and goal.
22, Linda. 20. Like 13. Like 13.
Levis, he'll look to throw it.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right through.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute, as it kicks away here. They'll come up first and 10 here. And looking to throw, Penix.
Over the middle, complete. That's Clayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And this going to wind up incomplete. So they took a chance on the fake spike. Doesn't work out. But at least here, the clock does stop with the incompletion.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on them. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54. Diamond.
Here's Levis. He's going to air one out. That is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos first down.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Looking to throw, Penix.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Akers is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Hey, 24 Linda, Black Trinity T, green. Hey, Mayday. 54 Rita, son. Hey, here, I'm back. Here, I'm back.
Levis to throw.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Out on.
Levis. And he is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd and 10.
Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Tracy, hey, let's go. Reload. Reload. Let's go.
They'll throw it again with Levis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mike 0, Mike 0. Zero's down, right down, 49. Wheels. Wheels. Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
Levis to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you describe that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout.
Mike 49. Mike 49. 20 Rita. Linda, 22 Linda. Troy! Set.
Levis to throw once more.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if you tie the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.